It's Friday night, folks, and you know what that means. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis Zone Talks on this Friday evening. Hope to find you all well. Tonight is all about you guys. As you know, this is your opportunity to come on, have your say, and all of that. And so let's have some fun tonight. I see we've already got some people in the chat, so I'll give a few shout outs before we start as usual. Let's see who we got. Right, we've got the Goth Nerd. Welcome. We got Esh in the chat as well. Welcome, Esh. We've got Lord Thought. Tim. There you go. Welcome, Tim. Problem Bing. We've got Ben in the chat as well. Welcome, Ben. And I will give the rest of these a shout out as soon as you come in. So we'll put the link in, as we always do. And if you want to come on tonight, have your say. Anything pop culture. Obviously, no WandaVision, please. Because, some people probably haven't watched it yet. And we will be discussing. Actually, we're thinking of doing a watch along of the latest episode do something a little bit different for Sunday for Gift of the Gab, and then we'll discuss it. We've also got Matthew in the chat as well. As I said, the link is in the live chat. If you'd like to come on and have your say, please do. Remember, guys, that when we bring people on, there's obviously you have to verify who you are before you can come on. Obviously, it stops any trolls from coming on. So as I said, the link is in the chat there. So if you would like to come on, please do, because, as I said, this is all about you guys. We've already got someone waiting in the studio. So I'll put the link in again. We've got Lee there as well. So we'll keep going. We'll see who else comes in. So I'm putting the link in again for you there, guys. Anybody wants to come on. So we'll just bring Lee quickly on, as we always do, because Lee is going to be in the studio backstage. So we'll just say hello to him real quickly. Then we'll let him go off into the backstage there and do what he does, which is make sure that anybody that comes on is verified. So we got Lee. Hey, Lee.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, rested. Got me coffee. Ran out of milk, so I put custard in it. It's really good.
Yeah. Okay.
Trust me. Coffee and custard, you can't beat it. What is milk?
Well, it's kind of milk. It's like custard. Yeah. Anyway, how are you? Other than that, rested? Have you sorted out what you need to sort out with the videos and stuff, or still
plugging away? Yeah. I need to pull my finger up my ass and get on with it. It's just overcoming so many different technical things I've never had to do before. So it's kind of like, oh God.
Yeah. We've also got Garbage in the chat as well. Welcome. Nice to see you. And there's a Goth girl. So I got that Goth nerd saying, "Hey, Problem Bing."
Hello, that Goth nerd. Good to see you. Fabulous. My mate on Twitter.
That's it. That's it. So I was looking at some of the Doctor Who stuff, the news. Not much going on as usual, but I did get word back off my sources. There's something big coming very soon. So when I get that, I will let you know what the story is with it. Also, just before we came on, some random account that's just been set up on Twitter sends me a message claiming that they work for they're working within BBC studios and have information. I just don't know what to say. I read it, and to be honest with you, it's so far fetched. I don't know what's going on. But
well, I mean, if you leave, I mean, what I would do. I mean, I'm not privy to sources or source information, but what I would think would be the approach would be, if someone came to me with something like that, I would say to them, okay, well, I'll let that one pass, but I'll see if it comes true. Then if it comes true, then we'll talk. And then
yeah, well, I've also passed it on to the sources as well to say, because when I do get stuff like that, I pass it on to them to see if there's anything in it, because there could be, you never know. That's the thing, these accounts might look suspicious, but then you never know. We got Matt Potts in the chat as well. We've got Teddy Terrier Tales. We got Fry Lee 1974 as well. Welcome. And we got our head mod.
Wrench of Wrenches.
Persia, our head wrench, I should say, in Chris Persia. Welcome, Chris. Who else have we got? Have I missed anybody? I don't think I have.
Ben Wino, got him. Fry Lee.
Yeah, I did. PD Rich is here as well. Welcome, PD Rich. Yeah, I mean, look, you're always going to have people come to you. The most important thing, though, is to kind of not jump the gun with these things and try and find out if there's something about them. So I'll see what happens, see if anything comes of it, and if there is, then I'll let you know, of course. But I have been told that there is something big going to be announced. So yeah, we'll have to see what it is first. I can't say too much because I haven't been given too much information, but what I have been given, it does sound interesting. That's all I'll say for now. But it's interesting times ahead these next few weeks. I have to be honest. I think the next couple of weeks are going to be very interesting. I think there might be something in the stuff that's going on Gallifrey base, to be quite honest with you, because the sources are indicating that something might be happening as well. So this can't be ignored at this stage. So we'll have to see. We've got Disaster Area in the chat as well. So I don't know. Interesting times ahead, Lee.
Well, isn't it always? Because currently it's never interesting, is it? I don't know. I mean, she's going. That's good. All we need now really is to know that he's going. But obviously, the big thing is what's going to come next. Is it going to be the same? Is it going to be worse? Is it going to get better? Don't have much hope, actually. And the longer that goes on, the more I lose interest. So I'm that close to just going, you know what, I'm done. Just going to go back to the classic stuff. That's my bubble. 1 to 7 for me. That's the classic era. TV movie, not so much. I mean, that's classed as a classic here. I don't really see it though. But for me, that's where it ends. Ace and the Doctor are walking off down the hill, and that's it. So
we've got Nicholas Horton in the chat as well. Welcome, Nicholas. We've got Bloppingham, if I'm saying that right. Bloppingham. That is brilliant, Darius. We've got Jamie Tipton One. I can never say his name right. Welcome, Jamie. Sadako 24 is here as well. Welcome. Nice to see you here. But yeah, I mean, look, I've said this all along. March is going to be very interesting month, and if stuff does come out, then it's gonna be yeah. It's interesting. It is. We haven't had this much interest in a while, though. That's the thing, and I think that's why.
Well, I mean, we're so used to this now.
But at the same time, I'm
Chibnall operates in a information void. You know, nothing ever comes out, and it's all, you know. I mean, it's at least with Moffat, you had a little bit of teasing, a bit of hinting, and a bit of fun, or he'd come up with a lie and spin something around. You know, it was fun. Chibnall, nothing, nada, crickets. It's like, I don't know. The man is holed up in a coffin or in a crypt somewhere, you know, to keep his blood fresh or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, interesting. We got Maz in the chat as well. We got Doc Martin in the chat also. We're not going to talk WandaVision tonight. That's Sunday on the Irish Geek. We're actually thinking, myself and Cheryl are actually thinking of doing a watch along of the latest episode and then discussing it right after. So join us for that. No spoilers for anybody, because, you know, just in case people haven't watched it yet. Because if you haven't, I would suggest that you do. It's probably well, for me personally, it was the best episode so far. There was a lot in it. Very interesting, and the end credit scene as well was epic. That's all I'll say. It's worth checking out. It is worth checking out.
I'd say watch Resident Alien. That's brilliant.
Yeah,
really good, really funny.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
It
it's
looks
great.
ridiculous, and I've been waiting to see if somebody's watching.
It is ridiculous. That's what it. But it's so funny. It's like this alien, no one can see he's an alien, and he takes over this body of this doctor and, like, you know, kills the doctor, steals his body, but only this kid can see him. He's trying to kill this kid.
It looks funny. I just wanted to make sure that it just looked funny. It really was.
No, it's really good. It's really funny. It's so awkward to watch. It's brilliant. You know, it's so much fun.
Yeah, I've just had another message back from the person that sent me the information. It said they're watching the stream now. You have to understand, when I get information like that, I can't just throw it out without, you know,
verification,
checking with my own sources first and seeing if there's anything in it. Because, you know, if I throw out news there and it sounds absolutely ridiculous, then, you know, I'm setting myself up to be criticized. So don't take it personally. As I said, we're looking into your information, and if there's anything to it, I will obviously then highlight it on the channel. That's the way we do things here. So bear with me. If my sources get back to me and say there's something in this, I will obviously read out your information. But for now, I will have to wait until I get word back. That's just the way we do it. So don't take any offense to it. It's just the way we do things here, because, you know, there's a lot of, you know, when I throw out information in the past, you know, you get a lot of criticism. You're called a liar and all of this stuff. So I like to,
because you're putting your neck on the line, and you know, that's it. You know, and we, you know, I mean, obviously this is a genuine thing. Appreciate that you chose, like, the Tardis zone. That's great. But just please, obviously, bear with Noel. As I say, he does put his neck on the line, and these things, you know, it has to. I mean, you must be aware, person, that it might look a bit odd coming from, you know, a new Twitter handle and all the rest of it. So, I mean, just bear with. You know, not discarding anything. Just have to be careful, because I'm
not discarding you straight off. Don't get me wrong. I've gotten ridiculous source news in the past that
it's turned out true.
Absolutely, and it's turned out to be true. So I'm not dismissing it straight off. All I'm just saying is just being a little bit cautious, and I'm obviously in contact with my sources. I've got multiple sources, so, you know, I'll wait until I get word back from them all and see what happens. That's what we do. I have put the link in the chat for anybody that wants to join. If you just want to come on and have a bit of a chat. We've already got one person waiting. So if I'll throw the link in again. So if you want to come on, please do. No WandaVision though, because we talked WandaVision on the Irish Geek. But as I said, you know, just in case anybody hasn't watched it, just be careful if you're talking about no spoilers in the chat for anybody, because you know it would be a bit, if that happened to you, you wouldn't like it, would you? So you know yourself. Yeah. Lee, anything else to add before we get going tonight?
No. I'd say to say that well, hold on a minute, because the PD Rich says something about invadism. I can love that cartoon. Apart from that, we were thinking about doing a segment from the video, the last Tardis talk stream, where me, Babette, and Noel were talking about stuff, and someone suggested that we should isolate that as its own video. Let us know in the chat if you think that's a good idea. If you'd like to see that, that would be great. And that's it. That's what I have to say.
Grand, yeah, and maybe Babbitt might pop in tonight. You never know. Be nice to see him again. Very interesting conversation we had with him actually the last time he was here. So hopefully he pops in. But as I said, the link is in the chat now, guys. If you want to come on, please start coming in to the studio now. So so I'll know exactly how many is coming on.
Yeah, if not can see them, then you can tell me who's there, and then I can ask you. Yeah.
Right, Lee. I will let you go backstage, and hopefully we'll get a few more people. I can already verify that it is Charlotte, so we don't have to worry there. So I will let you go backstage, and I will bring on our first guest.
See you later.
See you later, Lee. Right, so let's bring her on. It's the one and only Charlotte.
Hello.
Hey, Charlotte, how are you?
Good. I decided I'd treat myself later on. I've got myself a lint bunny, so that's my treat for in a bit.
Nice. What would you like to talk about tonight, Charlotte?
Well, considering who sort of nothing's going on, and we've talked about the rumours, I think let's do something positive and talk about some shows I've actually been watching and I've had good fun with.
No problem. Well, you fire away.
Well, I've sort of referenced it before, but I finally got around to watching The Witcher, the whole of that first season, because
Right.
I'm a fan of the games. So at first it was a bit like, oh, am I gonna like it as a show? Because obviously it's a different person's interpretation. And I'm so used to, especially, and you'll know this as a gamer, the voice actor for Geralt, the main character, he's got such a recognizable voice.
Yeah.
That even if I hear him in any of the games, I'm like, oh, it's him. But especially his Geralt, it's a very sort of distinctive voice. So I was a bit like, oh, am I gonna like Henry Cavill? Because I'm so used to one version of that character. And I hadn't really watched Cavill in anything because I'm not a superhero sort of person, except from the odd Marvel movie. So I hadn't seen him in like Superman or anything really. And I knew people liked him, and I knew he did some really good press interviews where they tried to trip him up to say, oh, how are you going to deal with toxic fandom and all that rubbish the journalists like to trot out. And he did give a lovely answer, actually. This was in the lead up to The Witcher before it went on Netflix, where he just sort of said, they're not toxic, they're just passionate. So you could tell he was a good egg. And then I watched it and I absolutely loved it. And I think the biggest thing was I loved him as Geralt. Because for anybody who doesn't know the series, the main character, he's a monster hunter. And he's sort of, the whole stick is he's not a talker. He sort of grunts and growls, and he'll have the odd sentence now and again. But the way the games always did it was the voice actor, whenever he did speak, he was very good with being a bit sarky at times, or a little bit like mellow or angry. So it was very much less is more. And Henry, it's different. He's definitely doing a different type of voice and a different type of Geralt. But I love his version just as much as the game. And I think also it impresses me because whenever I do see him in interviews, he's so charismatic. He's like lovely and charismatic and a bit of a charmer. And that's the opposite of Geralt. Like I said, he grunts and he snarls half his lines. And it's but I think what I love about the writing is there isn't a good guy in this show. Everybody's grey. You sort of have people who are a bit more moral, who have a bit more sort of good tendencies, but they all have issues. Like Geralt tries to do what he can, which is better, but because of his history and how witches are dealt in the world, they're basically hated. A lot of the time, he will take the shortcut. He'll do the easier option for him. Still trying to help people, but he'll do the easier version of it. So that means later on there's repercussions. And I think I just missed that, like having characters that are grey again. That you can root for in some sections, but you can also go, God, that was a stupid thing, or that was a really nasty thing you've just done. And I think as well, the two female leads, because that was a bit of a worry before the show premiered. People were like, oh, how are you going to do the whole female characters? And Yennefer, who's like the second, I'd say probably the secondary character in the show, she is brilliant, the actress. But what I love about the way they've written her is she's selfish, she's needy, but you understand where that comes from. So, like I said, so lo and behold, we have a female character with flaws who isn't treated like Little Miss Perfect, which is such a refreshing thing to watch as well. So, if anybody, I bet most people probably have watched The Witcher, but that'd be something I would recommend if you've got Netflix. Give it a go, see what you think, especially if you like any type of fantasy.
Well, has anybody in the chat watched The Witcher? And is there any fans of The Witcher in the chat? Let us know. Or if you didn't like The Witcher, please let us know also. What other shows are you enjoying now at the moment? That's The Witcher. You said you had a couple of shows that you like at the moment. What other ones are you really enjoying at the moment?
Well, I've watched a few documentaries actually, because I watched that Hotel Cecil thing you watched.
Yeah, what did you think?
I think it was very interesting how they I think it was good that they got a lot of the manager and the actual police that did the case to talk about it, because I'd never seen that angle. I'd seen like the internet sort of sleuths angle, because I do like to watch some of those sort of unsolved videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
But God, they painted them out like bad uns, didn't they? They really, I think, really sort of painted them out to be almost villains. Did you get that watching it?
Well, I think the manager is definitely she's either guilty or she's definitely hiding something. But again, myself and Cheryl were kind of, after we watched that, we were right. YouTubers still can't accept that this was a tragic accident, and they're already now coming up with the hotel manager's body language and facial expressions and all of this rubbish. They just can't let the get. See, they made their YouTube channels off this case, so if it's solved, it kind of gives them a bit of a problem, because what else are they going to start talking about? So they're keeping this whole conspiracy thing. Nah, the police are hiding something. The numbers on the video, they're still going back to the timing on the video now. They're still trying to say, nah, they're covering something up.
No, but they went through that whole angle of the cover-up on the show. And for me, I think they pretty much showed that, no, there's no cover-up. Like, the police, they got the raw footage. So, and I think I've heard before when the police have talked about that, and they slowed it down just so she was in more of the video, because obviously there'll be a chunk of before and after when she's gone from the lift. Lissa, I just, like I said, I think the manager did come across a little bit odd. I will say that, but a bit of me was like, if you were the manager of that place, would it not turn you a bit like that?
Yeah, probably would. She probably does feel a little bit guilty that she probably didn't do more at the time. But to kind of, as I said, these YouTubers now are kind of feeding off of all of that now, and they're saying, nah, they're still hiding something, and it's ridiculous. It was explained. Unfortunately, this was just a tragic accident, and unfortunately, these idiots just won't accept it, because, as I said, they've based their whole YouTube channels on investigating this, if that's what you want to call what they did, because they accused an innocent man. What did you think of your man, actually, in the documentary, that the accused of murdering this girl, even though it was proven that he was at that hotel a year before it even happened?
My first thought was I just felt sorry for him, because obviously they didn't show all the stuff, but I can picture him just having like day after day after day of people messaging him randomly.
Yeah.
So saying you've done this, you've killed her, like all of that. And that must be such a hard thing to deal with. Because like you said, he was there a year before. So he probably never, even when the case got out about it, he was probably like, they won't affect me, like didn't pay attention to it, and then he became number one suspect.
Yeah.
But I like I said, he was an easy target though, because of obviously his lifestyle, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he did do these dark, arty type videos that did center around death, and he had a morbid curiosity. That's why he was called morbid. So he had this morbid curiosity for death. And there's nothing wrong with that. There are people out there that are like that. It's not my type of thing, I wouldn't be sitting there watching these videos personally myself. But to kind of connect that with her murder because he did videos like that is just a big leap in my opinion. I mean, even when the evidence was there that he was at this hotel a year beforehand, it was like as if, this is what happens with internet sleuths, or YouTube sleuths, whatever you want to call them. They don't do the proper research. They really don't. And
well, at the end of the day, they've just got their own resources, haven't they? Which is internet searches. So but like you said, even when it got showed, this guy isn't your suspect. He's nothing to do with this tragic case. They still wouldn't back down. And the guy said in the doc, he can't work now, or he can't do what he was doing before because he's just been tarnished that badly.
Well, I mean, the fact that they took his YouTube channel off from YouTube, now that he's being proven to be innocent, they should really, YouTube themselves should reinstate his channel. I don't understand that anyway. And they should be closing down these YouTube channels that accuse them of killing this girl. There's no way they should be still be able to talk about this topic and then come up with stupid conspiracy theories. They should be taken down. And in fairness, Cheryl made a good point. All the money that they made off videos about him murdering that poor girl
should go to him.
They should should be given to him. They should take that. YouTube should take that money off them and give it to your man, because he even said it himself. Not one of them apologized to him.
Yeah, I found that really shocking actually, because I was like, I know what, now when he's been exonerated and there's literally a documentary highlighting this, and he still hasn't had an apology. It just shows though that people get something in their head, and even when it's proven wrong, it's like their pride. I don't know what it is. You just think, one the decent thing is just to put a private message if you don't want to do it publicly, just saying, "I am so sorry. I literally called you the worst thing in the world." It's just, and it wouldn't take long. It's literally would take 5 minutes, not even that.
I know.
But it's just like, I don't know. That did shock me. The whole no apology thing when he did say that.
I know they just don't care, none at all, no apology at all. And again, these people should be made hand over that money as compensation. I mean, he lost his YouTube channel, lost his livelihood. You know, fair enough. It's not the type of art that I'm into, but he seemed to be a creative person, and you could tell by him, even the way when he was being interviewed, his face, you could see he's a broken man. He'll never recover from this. You could tell. He's had psychological problems since then. It looks like he had some sort of nervous breakdown because of this. It's absolutely disgraceful. But look, you know what I mean. You know, after the documentary on Facebook, especially, there was a lot of positive reaction towards him. People seeking him out to kind of like wish him the best and tell him chin up and all of that. You know.
Well, that's good at least. He got some nice actual support and not just people hating his guts.
Yeah, which was nice, and rightly so. Rightly so. He's an innocent man. These people just can't help themselves. They, as I said, they've built their channel around this case, and they don't want to let it go. They really don't. Because it brings in the views. Obviously, with the views, it brings in the cash, and they want to keep this. They want to keep this conspiracy going for as long as they can. But there is no conspiracy. It was explained. If our parents for 1 minute thought that something else was going on, trust me, they would have done something. But they did sue the hotel for negligence. But they didn't sue the hotel because the hotel covered up their daughter's murder.
No, it was the fact that she managed to get on the roof, wasn't it, basically? Because, and there should have been more safety measures on those lifts.
Exactly. But it's absolutely, I'm glad you enjoyed that, actually.
Oh no, I like like I said, I do. It's sort of my other thing that I'll dip in and out of, like true crime stuff.
Yeah, like me, I love all of that stuff. We do watch a lot more of that stuff in this house, don't we? And serial killer stuff and
well, here's the thing, Shell's, if I was you, I'd be worried. Shell's probably planning something. Like if you annoy her enough.
I know. Do us a favour, we've run out of time, but you want to shout out Daniel's channel, let us know what you have up and coming on the channel. I have a little bit of a word with Daniel today, but I'm glad I had the chat with him because he was feeling a little bit down. So I went, he texted me today and I had a bit of a word with him. So
he probably had multiple words. I had a bit of one with him.
Yeah. So I'm delighted he's feeling a little bit better. But go on, let everybody know what you have up and coming on Daniel's channel.
Yeah, well, I think he set it now as a date next Friday at 7, so we'll be clashing, but watch us afterwards if you can't make it. We're doing our excellent conversations with Blue, hopefully, because Blue's got a bit of time off. So the three of us doing our sort of anything goes chat, which will be fun.
Fantastic. I might push the Tardis zone to 8 o'clock actually next Friday, so Daniel can do that. So you can let him know. Yeah, we'll go at 8 o'clock next week, so we won't be clashing. So go and check out Charlotte and Daniel's conversation with Blue on Friday. That's next Friday. So we will go an hour later then. I think that's only fair, yeah.
That's lovely. Thank you.
It'll be grand, and then if you are here, then when we go live, then all well and good. If not, sure, as I said, you can watch me later on as well. So it's no big deal there. Is there anything else, or is that it?
No, that's it. And then I think he'll and then we'll probably do another chill stream because he wants to just have a couple of chill streams.
Good,
Doesn't want
good,
to
good.
sort of
Well,
overplan.
I had a word with him anyway, and I told him, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing some positive content. Just don't let, any of the negativity that's out there at the moment get you down. You just concentrate on your channel. You and Charlotte are doing some amazing things. So, I had a bit of a word with him, but he seems to be all right now. But yeah, continue doing what you are doing,
No, it's like I said, I got a message. So after I came from work, I was like, right, I'm going to come on. You're free. I'm having a chat with you.
Yeah. That's it. Well, I'm glad he's continuing anyway. Well, listen, Charlotte, thanks for coming on. I really do appreciate it.
No problem, mate.
See
And
you soon.
and so tomorrow, sorry, brain, I'll be on Classic. And you will all get to see my lovely first reactions to Time.
Lash.
Lash. I think it's Time Flight. That's a different episode. That one.
Yeah, we'll be doing Time Lash tomorrow. So join us for Time Lash tomorrow. Right, Charlotte, I will see you tomorrow. You enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yep. Bye-bye, everybody. See you in the chat.
Bye-bye. Right. I don't know if anybody else wants to come on because there's literally nobody else in the studio. So I'm going to put the link in again. I mean, if Charlotte is the only guest tonight, well, that's fair enough. But I've thrown the link in there again. If you want to come on, have a bit of a chat. Actually, there is a bit of Big Finish news. Apparently, Paul McGann is getting a Big Finish. Would you watch an? Oh no, hold on. They're actually saying Big Finish is saying, would you watch an 8-Doctor TV series based on Big Finish audios? We did on this channel. We have been saying, right, along with the rest, wouldn't it be a great idea if Big Finish were to actually turn some of the audios into animations? Give them proper episodes. Now, if they were to get them back properly and do it live, even better. But Big Finish have asked that question. So there's a question for some of you: if you want to come on, would you be in favor of a Big Finish, some of the Big Finish audios turned into episodes? Paul McGann, the 8-Doctor. I know there's a lot of fans of Paul McGann. Would you be in favor of that? It's something we have discussed on this channel on different panels. And I even suggested it'd be a great idea. We've been saying we wanted a Time War series with the 8 years ago. Exactly. That's what I mean. So if Big Finish is actually considering this is actually a great idea. I would be on board with that 100%. 100%. Who wouldn't want a Paul McGann series? We've been shouting for this for years. For years. So as I said, the link is in the chat. So if you want to come on. If not, we're going to have to finish up because, there's nobody else here. Because remember, this only goes as long as people come on and have a chat, So if you want to come on, I'll put the link in the chat again. There you go. Link is in the chat again. What else? Oh yeah, J.J. Abrams apparently is producing a Superman movie, and we don't think Henry Cavill is going to be part of that. I think they're going to recast Superman. So I'm not happy about that because I think Henry deserves a proper crack at it. I do personally like Man of Steel. I know there's people out there that have a problem with it, but I do believe that Henry deserves another crack at the whip. The writing has kind of let him down a bit. So, Give him another chance, I say. Give him another chance. PD Rich says it's gonna suck. Well, it's JJ, and we all know what JJ is like. Yeah, and it's apparently a reboot. I'm not. I'm not a fan of JJ, as you know. Yeah, I don't think he should be the guy producing the Superman movie. To be quite honest with you, and if he is going to cast a new Superman, then I have to say I'd be slightly disappointed. Because, as I said, Henry deserves a crack. But we've got Matt joining us, so luckily we've actually got someone else to pop on. But as I said, if anybody else wants to come on, please do. So we've got Matt here with us. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Noel. How are you going?
How are you getting on?
Yeah, not bad. How you been?
Not too bad. I'm all right. I'm all good.
Yeah,
you?
Right, yeah. No, I've been sneezing a lot, but yeah, no, I'm all right now. If I do sneeze, apologies.
No, you're good.
Yeah. So I did a poll this week on who I thought people would be the next Doctor, or who they'd like to, and I found that 53% wanted a male. I think 5% wanted a female. And for trend, I think it was gender neutral was 3%, and 38% wanted a cat or a dog to be the next Doctor. So I thought that was quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, look, so I can't believe some people follow a cat and a dog.
I know, me too. I was like, really? And like people are going, oh, anything's better than what we've got. But then I started thinking,
someone says the CW Superman's supposed to suck. Actually, no, quite the opposite. I've heard quite the opposite, even from streamers that I thought would crucify this pilot, but they didn't. They were all pleasantly surprised by it. I might actually even give it a go and see if it's any good. But apparently the pilot was actually pretty good. And that's coming from people from the Fandom Menace as well. So I mean, look, if they're saying it must be good, it must be good, because let's be honest with you, they're very critical of stuff, as you know, and they're coming out and they're praising this. So I'm thinking of actually giving it a go. I'll give the pilot a go. I'm not a fan of CW shows, but apparently they've keeping all that CW nonsense out of it, whatever that means. But apparently it's good. So, you won't know until you actually watch it. So I'm not going to make any judgments on the show that I haven't watched yet, but I will take a look at it. Well, look at Matthew says they've race swapped Lex Luthor. Look, whether we like it or not, this is going to happen in some shows, right? The thing that we've always said, though, is, right, if they do something like that, the writing has to be up to the standard, right? So if the writing is up to the standard, does it really matter if Lex Luthor is race swapped, if the writing is actually top notch? So that's where I come from that angle. What do you think, Matt, actually?
Isn't it a spin-off of like Supergirl? That's what I thought it was. It's just got the same
I don't know. It's about Superman, his wife and his kids or something.
Yeah, but like that all started in Supergirl, the CW show Supergirl. Yeah. And the Lex Luthor in that was white. So that's why I'm a bit surprised that this one's black. So unless they've gone into an alternate universe or something.
I don't know, but again, it is very hard to do. You can't judge a show until you've actually.
No, that's exactly right. But
yeah,
I know that the Supergirl had gotten very woke, and I mean now she's wearing pants.
yeah.
So I was like, no, it's not for me. But no, I'd give it a go.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth checking out. I mean, it's getting some positive reviews, so I mean, it's if it's getting positive reviews, I'll check it out. You know, look, I might watch it and then think it's a pile of crap. I'm a huge Superman fan anyway. This is where I'm actually a bit annoyed about JJ if he is going to recast or do a reboot of Superman. It doesn't need a reboot. We don't want a reboot of Superman, right? You've already got a good enough Superman there in Henry Cavill. All you need to do is just give him a decent bloody story for the second Man of Steel movie or whatever you want to call it, Superman 2. I don't care what you call it. Give him good writing. Give him a good bloody script. He is a good Superman. I personally think he's a good Superman. I don't know how you feel about him as Superman, but I actually think if he was given the right material, Henry could really do it. Because I think I like some elements of his Superman and Man of Steel. So I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, I'm indifferent with him. I mean, Christopher Reeve will always be my Superman. So anyone after that, no, is doing a copy, of him. So yeah, no, I'll give him another chance. I mean, he's had lots of chances, and you're right, it's down to the script. Although I do like Justice League, so
Are you gonna watch the Snyder Cut?
I will be watching the Snyder Cut. Apparently, it's getting a worldwide release. So yeah.
Yeah, everybody be. Yeah, do you know why they're doing that? So the haters out there, because there's haters of this, they don't want this movie to be released. We've had these Snyder haters ever since there was even talk of a Snyder Cut. They were criticizing, saying it didn't exist. So I think that's why he's doing the worldwide release. So the haters can't spoil it for everybody else. If it was to be shown in America first, the fact that they're releasing it all at the same time, I think that's a great idea because then you'll get honest reviews, I think, and you'll drown out. Look, if it's bad, I'll say it's bad, but I was impressed by the trailer. I'm really excited to see what he does with it. Now, I know Schneider's not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm really looking forward to this movie. I have to be honest. And I can't wait because I was one of those when I heard that this cut existed, I was one of those like, well, we've got to see it. I was like, yeah, why not? This is the movie we should have got anyway. I think people forget that though. This is the movie that we really should have got. But obviously, with his personal issues that he had to step down, and then they brought in Joss Whedon, and then but apparently the studio. I did actually see something. Apparently, Christopher Nolan and Zack Snyder's wife had seen a cut of the Joss Whedon, what he did, and they basically told him not to watch it, that it would upset him. So I just hope, because he's built it up now, there is hype behind it. I just hope it's not a letdown.
Well, he's got 2 movies coming out this year now. So he's got that Army of Dead coming out on Netflix as well in a couple of months' time. So that looks interesting as well. So hopefully he can have a bit of a rebound on his in his directing, which he's been sort of lacking in the last few years because of all these family problems and that. So hopefully he can bounce back, and we might get another Henry Cavill movie out of it, and they might try and do a little bit of a soft reboot, maybe, with this Justice League film. I did hear they were going to have a cameo in it, so I don't know who that is, but they said it's definitely not Green Lantern.
No, yeah, exactly. I'm just hoping. I really do hope this is good, because I think Zack, he needs this. I really do. I think after the way the studio treated him as well, I just hope this is a success. There's a lot riding on this. I think if this turns out to be a success, turns out to be actually brilliant, you never know. HBO Max and Schneider might start doing more stuff together I think the Schneider cut should be used anyway. I know you like the Joss Whedon cut. That's fair.
Well, I didn't really know the backstory behind it either, Noel. I didn't know that, I knew that Joss Whedon had done it and taken over, but I didn't really know the reasons why he was brought in, and I mean, it's okay for a film. I mean, it's nothing to write home about or anything. And I think it came out after. Did it come out after Aquaman or
I think so.
before?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't
Because
know.
I mean, they to me they were trying to rush it just a bit. Like it was like, oh, I mean, we hadn't seen the Flash before. All of a sudden, the Flash is in it, and you had Cyborg and all these, and these ones hadn't even had any movies to. Now they're going to do the movies after the fact, and there was no setup for the Justice League like there was with the Avengers, and they just kind of hoped that it all worked, but it didn't.
What do you think of the Joker cameo that we had in the trailer? Definitely different makeup. Looks a lot better from the.
I think by the looks of it, they've actually like removed his tattoos. Or he had removed or something. He's actually had them. He's got little cuts around his face. So I thought, maybe they've actually had him remove his tattoos. But it was always. Yep, sorry.
No, go on. Go ahead.
No, it was always ambiguous, with the Joker, how he got, how he was set up in that other movie, of all things, Suicide Squad,
Well, in fairness, he's done a lot of crying about it and saying that there was enough on the cutting room floor for him to have his own movie. So, I mean, he has been very critical of the way his Joker actually turned out in the Joss Whedon version. It will be very interesting to see what Schneider does with him. I hope for his sake that this Joker, look for me, Heath Ledger, legend. I mean, his Joker in The Dark Knight was.
I actually think it's a bit overrated, but then I'm not a huge Heath Ledger fan.
Right.
I've always been Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, well, I like the Jack Nicholson one, but I have to be honest, I'm a huge fan of the Heath Ledger Joker, and I just hope for Jared, is that his name? Jared Leto, wherever he's
Jared
playing.
Leto, yeah.
Yeah, I just hope his Joker is better than what it was, because he did take a lot of stick, let's be honest. And if his Joker was better than the way it was shown in the Justice League movie, well then he seems to have been right in his criticism. And let's see what happens. I'm excited for this movie. I have to be honest that way.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. But it's been confusing as to what has he been doing new? Is it just the effects that he's been trying to fix, or is they actually gone back and took the original cast and filmed some new stuff and all that? It's been a bit confusing in that area. At least for me,
Yeah, I don't know if there. See, that's the thing. Do we know if there? I don't even know if there was some reshoots done.
Because he left halfway. He left halfway through it, I believe.
Yeah,
3/4 of the way through. So there was some still not done.
Yeah. Well, apparently he spent a lot of money on this. He spent millions on this, believe it or not, of his own money.
I believe it.
So he must look. I mean, if he's pumping his own money into it, he really wants people to. Look, I'm just delighted that he's giving fans what they want, because this is.
It was a dream, wasn't it? It was a dream for a long, long time, and it was. There is no Snyder cut. Stop talking about it. There is nothing like that. And then all of a sudden it pops up, and it's like, no, there is no Snyder cut.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, there is.
Yeah, I remember watching that Zoom where he was there with Henry and a couple of the fans, and I thought there's something's going on here. There's definitely something going on. And then when they start talking about it, and then Henry just turned around and says, why don't you show them? And I'm like, what? It exists? And then everybody was just, and then we seen the poster, and then we were like, holy, and I bet you all the haters right there and then got puked into their sick buckets because they realized they had, because remember, fans that supported this cut, fans that said that this cut existed, were vilified. They were basically told they were lying. They were given a hard time. And to finally see that it actually existed for them, I was delighted for those fans, because the fans that supported this, the fans that knew that this existed, were right all along. And I just can't wait. I hope he's hyped it up so much now. It better not be a letdown. But even I was looking at the trailer, I was like, yes, this is dark. This is dark, but this is what he was originally going to do. See, I think with the one that we got, it was kind of too cheesy, in my opinion. I wanted the
Well, I mean, it was Joss Whedon, you know, someone had done the Avengers, and even though I love the Avengers, you know, it was a little bit too cheesy even for that, you know. So, especially with Justice League, you know.
Well, we'll have to see. I'm all excited. I have to be honest. But listen, we're about to run out of time. Is there anybody you'd like to plug yourself or anything else?
No, you can find me over on Twitter at MattPot74 and say hello. And you know, I enjoy your streaming, Noel. So keep at it, mate.
I will indeed. Don't worry about it. And we'll be here. We've got Classic Who tomorrow. So if you're around,
I'll come around.
Time lash, so it should be fun.
I actually do have that one somewhere of the DVD.
Sunday we have Voyage of the Damned as well. So that
that's the one with Kylie Minogue, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one with Kylie. Yeah,
I've seen her live.
Lucky. Yeah, Kylie Minogue. She's actually good in it as well. I like that.
That was a pain. It was a shame she wasn't actually a
companion.
Yeah.
I agree. I would have loved to see her in a few episodes. Yeah, I think the chemistry between them, even in that episode, in that story, was great. And it would have been nice to actually see. I agree with you, but we did get the amazing Catherine Tate. So I suppose.
Yeah, okay. I'm not a huge Catherine Tate fan. Only because, like, that first one that she did.
The Runaway Bride.
Oh, she was just screaming.
It was just not the greatest. A lot of people laugh, and that's what I say. Don't judge her on that one.
I know, but it's so hard, you know. Because it'd be all right if it was a different character, but like, you know, it was the same character, and it's like you can't change that much. I call her Shouty McShouty.
Yeah, she was a bit shouty in that one. She was. Yeah. Right, listen, Matt. Listen, I really appreciate you coming on.
No worries, Noel. I did feel a bit sorry for you.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to come on anytime. You do know that when we do these Tardis on every Wednesday and Friday. So
Fridays are more likely for me to come in. So
not a bother. Well, listen, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. And listen, you enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, you too, mate.
See you, pal.
Bye.
See you. Bye. And that was Matt, everybody. Turn left made her character shine, says problem being. I would agree with that. We gingers tend to be loud. Bunch of mutants, says Teddy Terrier Tails. That's a bit weird. We've got Daniel in the chat as well. Welcome, Daniel. Nice to see you, pal. We got Shane Phelps in the chat. We've got 8-bit Snake Boy, I think that's supposed to be. Welcome. We've got the classic 80s fanboy. Also, welcome. We got David in the chat. Welcome. Nice to see you. I've seen a few names there, so I said I'll give you a bit of a shout out there while we're here. But look, it looks like we have nobody else that wants to come on tonight, so I think we'll just, I think we'll just have to leave it there, folks, because, as I said, this stream, it only goes as long as there's people willing to come on and talk. So We've only had 2 people that wanted to come on tonight. That does happen sometimes. So yeah, I think that we'll leave it at that, actually. Unless someone wants to come in now, last opportunity. I'll put the link in one last time. If you want to come on, this is your opportunity. If not, we're done. So there you go. Link is in the chat. So if anybody wants to come on, come on. If you don't, that's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Sometimes this does happen. Some of the shows can go on for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and some can go on for less than an hour. We are an hour in anyway. So yeah. So if anybody wants to come on, as I said, the link is in the chat. We'll give you a few minutes. I'll give it a few minutes and see, just to be fair, just in case, because sometimes we do get people come in right at the last second. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. So let's see who else. It's actually StreamYard. It's StreamYard. It's actually very easy. You just click into the link. It'll actually bring it onto the StreamYard. You come in. It's as simple as that. It's actually not hard. StreamYard is probably the easiest app to use. If I can use it, anybody can use it, because as everybody knows, I am, when it comes to technology and stuff, apps, I am absolutely useless. So if I can use it, anybody can use it. Trust me. A 3-year-old could probably use this better than I could. So it's that easy. It's that easy. So we'll give it another 2 minutes. Look, this does sometimes happen. I kind of had a funny feeling it would tonight anyway. But we'll continue. We'll do what we do. You know, you just need a camera and a mic. That's it. Or you can use your phone. You can use your tablet. And you can also, if your computer or your Chromebook or whatever has a camera and obviously it has speakers, that's good enough as well. Earphones do help if you have earphones or a headset. But if you want to come on, you're more than welcome. But I think that will be it, because I don't think just a mic, says PD Rich. So I'll throw in the link one last time. Here we go. Now, so we'll give it another couple of minutes, and then we're going to leave it at that if nobody comes on. Then we bring Lee on for about 5 minutes just to finish up, and then we're going to leave it at that. So yeah, Arrow and Flash were both good in the first 2 seasons, says Chris Persia. Let's see. I was pleasantly surprised by Stargirl. Yeah, Stargirl apparently was good. People enjoyed that. So yeah. Oh, someone, one of the neighbors dropped something. Yeah, I was so invested in the Arrowverse early, then wanted to cry. Right, well, listen, we're going to leave it at that. Unfortunately, nobody else wants to come on, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So we'll just bring Lee on for 5 minutes, and then.
Do not tempt me.
So we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it at that. So Lee, welcome back in.
Hello.
Night tonight. Sometimes it happens, but there you go.
Yeah. 2 things. BBC, if you want to print money, let Big Finish do a series of the 8th Doctor adventures. Why not? You'll be making buck And secondly, Henry Cavill needs to be Superman. End of.
That's it. I agree. Absolutely. So yeah, plug your channels, Leo, I suppose, and we'll leave it at that for the night. So go ahead.
Yep. You can find me on at Being Problem on Twitter, and you can find my other channel with my work on there, which is Aldred Audiovisual, AUDRED. And yeah, you can listen to me banging tune featuring Az from Hill versus Babyface on his very public Batwoman Meltdown on SoundCloud. If you type in Problem Being Meltdown, you'll find the track there. It's up to where is it? Let's have a look. Today it is up to 753 plays, and it's been there for 4 or 5 days now. Might be mentioned on Friday Night Tights later on. I don't know. I no knowledge, but that'd be cool. I'm trying to work out how to get this released onto iTunes at some point. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything, but that's the idea. That's the plan. Really want to get a video for this. Really don't have the time to make one myself, but you know, we'll see. I have spoken to Perry Chan, but he's busy at the moment. But who knows? Who knows what will happen?
That it?
That's it.
Right. Well, fantastic. Well, tomorrow, obviously, we have this. And tomorrow we have Time Lash.
Yes.
Tomorrow, Time Lash. So we look forward to that. And then on Sunday we have And on Sunday, we have Voyage of the Damned. And then the week after that, then we officially start Series 4 with Partners in Crime. But you have been watching So that's it, folks. So listen, enjoy the rest of your night, and enjoy your weekend, and enjoy whoever streams you go and watch. And I want to thank all the mods in the chat. Thank you very much, and everybody that took part tonight, that came on and had a brief chat with us. I really appreciate that. And everybody in the chat that took part, really appreciate it. And Lee, thank you again for, I know you hadn't got anything to do tonight. Thank you for being in there just in case we did get some people on. But unfortunately tonight, it looks like it's one of those weekends where we just had a quiet one. It does happen. It can happen. And that's it. Yeah, so we will say good night. Good night, folks. Say good night, Lee.
Good night, Lee.
Thank you.